Alright, y'all know what we're here for. We're back with another Ben 10 type video. If you're new, make sure you like and sub up. Check the other ones out. I'm the greatest Ben 10 fan. Well, I can't say that. Let me not say that. I'm capping. But I'm one of the greatest of all time when it comes to this Ben 10 stuff. So make sure you stay around, like up, sub up. And today's topic is simple. Do take some of the OG aliens versus some of the alien force, or maybe all of them, we'll see, and do the OG aliens compete with the Alien Force aliens? Like if they had a hand-to-hand combat, or if you switch the rosters, would they compete with those aliens? We're kind of gonna go into that a little bit and maybe talk about some other stuff comparing the Alien Force, just Alien Force when it jumped from OG to Alien Force, and we're gonna see what happens. Let me know if I'm cap again. Let me know if y'all agree, and we're gonna get into this, man, because we got one. All right, we'll start with these aliens, and if y'all want another part, just let me know if this go crazy. Heat Blast versus Swamp Fire. Big Chill versus Ghost Freak. And Gray Matter versus Brainstorm. Just to throw three out there real quick. And like we'll put them against each other, not just like hand-to-hand combat. Because I'm gonna be honest, I think the Alien Force aliens win. But we're talking about just like if they were put in OG, or if they were flipped and switched, like what are the benefits, possibilities, what could have happened, what could have changed, like different things like that. Like what if Heat Blast and Swamp Fire got switched or fought or whatever, or if Brainstorm was in this and they switched it, like how different everything would be realistically. And we're gonna go through that and see. So first we'll start with Swamp Fire and Heat Blast. Now I remember reading a comment about a few days ago, somebody said like you should have probably explained the abilities. One, I'm thinking 99.9% of the people that click on this like Ben 10, but I'll explain a little bit of it when I go through them. So Swamp Fire, he has the ability to control plants, I believe, and like go underground and like regenerate his body arm if it gets, and he has the ability of fire. He can throw seeds. I'm trying to give the best example, y'all. But Heat Blast, kind of simple. Fire, boom, fire, lava-ish fire. Oh, hot fire. So now that we got that out the way, does Swamp Fire versus Heat Blast, do they compete with each other? And I feel like yes. If you would have put Swamp Fire in OG and replaced them with Heat Blast before Heat Blast came out, again, nobody really cared because nobody would know who Heat Blast was. But if you just take the context that we got now, I feel like Swamp Fire would have been like super OP in OG. I don't know what it is. Because it's like a lot of the Alien Force aliens, if they were in OG, they would be overpowered. Now, if Swamp Fire and Heat Blast fought each other, I think I'd give it to Heat Blast. I'm not going to lie. Because I feel like Heat Blast could easily burn. Like, I know, what's his name? Swamp Fire keeps regenerating all that sometimes. But I feel like Heat Blast, just the fire versus fire, yeah. But it's like, you can't burn Heat Blast, but you can burn Swamp Fire. You get what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like when it comes to combat, you got to give it to Heat Blast on that. Which is crazy because the OG aliens shouldn't really beat the Alien Force aliens, but that's a whole different thing. I feel like combat, Heat Blast will take Swamp Fire out like that, because it's just like Swamp Fire has the fire, but Heat Blast is fire itself. So it's like what do you do? You know what I mean? So I feel like that aesthetic wise, who would win? Like features, I still think Heat Blast looks better. I don't know why. Swamp Fire is iconic and cool, but I feel like Heat Blast, just the way he looks, the fire all around him from the OG design, he just looks better. So if I had to do Heat Blast and Swamp Fire, I feel like Heat Blast would be a good choice. I feel like Heat Blast should have stayed in the original 10. I think I talked about this the other day in the other video. But like I feel like Heat Blast should have stayed when Alien Force brought up to Alien Force from OG. He should have stayed. That's a whole different thing. Like which 10 aliens should have stayed, should he? That's a whole different topic. But I feel like Heat Blast wins all of that with that. I don't know. Y'all let me know. I feel like Heat Blast should have stayed, and I feel like Heat Blast is better. Next, we got Ghost Freak versus Big Chill. This one may or may not be a no-brainer, but again, like I said, if you're new to Ben 10, whatever, you happen to find this, which is crazy. But Big Chill's basically, he can like go intangible and invisible, phase through things, and make things freeze things pretty much. That's a crazy, terrible explanation. But Ghost Freak, he is like, what can Ghost Freak? He can do the same thing pretty much, except minus the freezing. He can go intangible, invisible. He can take over people's body also. Like when he goes inside somebody and like takes them over, he could do that as well. And I feel like Aesthetic wise, Ghost Freak wins. I don't care. Maybe not the Omniverse design, but that's the whole thing with Omniverse. But I love Omniverse. But yeah, Ghost Freak wins aesthetic design. I like Ghost Freak is just cooler and looks better in the voice, especially from OG. But I understand, like we're not talking about Ghost Freak. I understand why Ghost Freak. It's a whole story with that. Y'all understand? If you know Ben 10, you already know the whole story with that. But if we're talking about if that story didn't exist and you just had Ghost Freak and Big Chill, I feel like Big Chill would have served his purpose in the OG. It would have looked weird. Like I said, maybe somebody should make a show where the OG aliens look like Alien Force and whatnot, or other way around. But I feel like Ghost Freak and Big Chill. Who would I rather have? Ghost Freak can also phase through people and freeze them. I'm gonna get canceled. I might pick Big Chill. I might pick Big Chill. Ghost Freak is cool, but it's like all Ghost Freak can really do is like take over people's body and go invisible. At least with Big Chill, like he could. That's tough. At least with Big Chill, he can go intangible. He can go invisible. He can phase through stuff. He can freeze people by going through them. And he has an ultimate form, but that's like later down the series. But like he could freeze people when he go through them, and he could just. I feel like he just would be better overall than Ghost Freak. I don't know why, man. And we're taking off what we know about Ghost Freak already. I feel like he would just be a better option. I gotta go with Big Chill, aesthetic wise. And who would win in a fight? I think Ghost Freak would win, but I'd still pick Big Chill just because I think Ghost Freak would just take over Big Chill, but I think Big Chill would phase. But I don't know if Ghost Freak could take over something that's already intangible. I don't know. That's something for Inktank to figure out. They know everything, but I still, even though Ghost Freaks win 2 out of the 3 of them, I still would pick Big Chill, man. I gotta pick Big Chill. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Big Chill. Dang, am I tripping for that? Let me know if I'm tripping for that. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. You don't even have to type it. I'm tripping. You right. I'm picking Big Chill though. If I had to pick, Big Chill could stay. Dang, why? All right, y'all. This is the last one. If, like I said, if you want me to do a part 2 or another one, make sure you like and sub up. Let me know in the comments if I'm tripping or not about this. Next one we got is Gray Matter versus Brainstorm. Now, they're both like I said, yeah, I gotta explain it because somebody said it a while ago. Brainstorm is smart, really smart. Had a British type accent, but really smart. And was it British? I don't remember. He's really smart. He has electricity powers. He can make electricity and all that. And Gray Matter, he's just really smart. Like that's all I can say. He's just really smart. He's not strong. He can't shoot lasers. He's really smart. That's it. So it's like that's really a no-brainer too. Did I trip myself over making this? Did I pick? No, I picked Heat Blast for the first one. Is Alien Force about to win? Am I tripping? I'm going Brainstorm. He's smart and he has powers. And he's not gonna get squished by a shoe if you accidentally step on him. He's not gonna get almost caught in like a what was when he was like a small problem episode when he almost got shredded in that paper shredder. I got a paper shredder down here, but I mean he's not gonna get cut up by a paper shredder. It's like too many inconveniences for Gray Matter. I've got on Gray Matter case before how he's just smart and a lot of the situations don't require super genius, but it can happen, I guess. But it's like I'd pick Brainstorm because he's really smart too. Even though I think Gray Matter's smarter than Brainstorm, but Brainstorm's really smart too. Plus he has powers to back himself up too. Like that's a no brainer. That's a no brainer. I gotta. Dang, is Alien Force really about to win? When I give such high praise to, maybe I need to change my mindset about. Maybe I need to change my mindset about Alien Force because I think they just won. Well, I guess Alien Force wins. I'm picking Brainstorm. Wouldn't you pick Brainstorm too? Like, come on, Brainstorm gotta win. I get on Great Matter case anytime. I gotta stand on business, man. I'm picking Brainstorm. Sorry. All right, y'all. To wrap this up, I guess the final conclusion is Alien Force is up 2-1 out of the 3 that I picked. Maybe like next time, maybe I could do 3 more if this video go crazy. Maybe you made it this far. Make sure you like and sub up for more Ben 10 stuff. Let me be the voice of Ben 10, man. I'm too real with it. But like maybe I guess Alien Force wins. It's 2-1. Like Alien Force. I guess the Alien Force aliens that I picked would be better options to be in the OG. And maybe I should have rethinked everything, because I'm not gonna lie. Before I made this video, I thought OG was gonna sweep. Because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think about the options and think about everything until I literally started recording. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So, like, I guess Alien Force Aliens were a better option to pick. Let me know what y'all think. Maybe y'all have such a soft spot for the OG that none of the other series matter. But let me know what y'all think. Make sure y'all like and sub up if you make it this far. Let me be the voice of Ben 10. Come on, y'all. Y'all gotta let me get up there, man. Just let me get up there. I know what I'm talking about.